Authority over nature, demons, and disease. Sounds like something from a superhero movie. But in Matthew chapter 8, we encounter someone whose power went far beyond fiction, demonstrating authority that left even his closest followers asking, "What kind of man is this?"
That's fascinating because these weren't random displays of power. Matthew actually organized these miracles into three distinct groupings to make a specific point about Jesus' authority.
Well, you know what really strikes me about these accounts? The way Jesus handled the leper. Here was someone completely cut off from society, required by law to shout unclean whenever anyone approached, and Jesus did something absolutely revolutionary. He touched him.
Hmm. And that touch completely inverted the social order of the day. Instead of becoming ceremonially unclean himself, Jesus' touch made the leper clean.
And speaking of breaking social barriers, let's talk about this Roman centurion who understood something about Jesus' authority that even his followers hadn't grasped yet. Here's a Gentile military commander who says, "Just say the word, and my servant will be healed."
You know what's remarkable about that? Jesus actually says he hasn't found faith like this anywhere in Israel. That must have been shocking to Matthew's Jewish audience.
Right. And it really challenges our assumptions about who gets it when it comes to spiritual truth. Sometimes the outsiders understand more than the insiders. Speaking of which, even the demons in these accounts immediately recognized Jesus as the Son of God, while humans were still trying to figure him out.
Well, that raises an interesting question. Why do you think some people responded by welcoming Jesus while others begged him to leave their region?
That's such a crucial point. Like after Jesus healed the demon possessed men, the townspeople were more concerned about their lost herd of pigs than this amazing demonstration of power. It really shows how our response to authority often comes down to what we're willing to give up.
So it's not just about believing Jesus has authority, it's about trusting him enough to submit to that authority, even when it costs us something.
Exactly. And that brings us to the storm on the lake. These were experienced fishermen who knew exactly how dangerous those sudden storms could be. Yet Jesus stands up and, with just a word, silences the wind and waves.
And they were following his direct instructions when they encountered that storm, which tells us something important about faith, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Like faith doesn't guarantee smooth sailing. Sometimes obedience leads us right into a storm. But these miracles show us that even the worst storms are under Jesus' authority. The real question is whether we'll trust him in the midst of them.
That's why these accounts still resonate today. While we might not experience these exact situations, we all face circumstances that seem beyond our control.
And that's really the heart of what Matthew is showing us. Jesus wasn't just claiming authority, he was demonstrating it in ways that touched every aspect of human need and suffering. Physical illness, natural dangers, spiritual oppression, nothing was beyond his authority.
Well, that brings us back to the disciples' question. What kind of man is this? It's really the central question these miracles raise.
And how we answer that question, not just intellectually, but with our lives, makes all the difference. These miracles are inviting us to trust Jesus' authority in our own storms, our own battles, our own impossible situations.